Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road, and you're ready to go if you want to. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation Podcast Festival Edition. Today we are with Sandy, and she is with the Florida Wine Fest and Auction. Sandy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Sandy, you have some
buddies
on the couch behind you. Tell us about the teddy bears.
It is for the auction. We have wine, trips, jewels, art, all kinds of fun things. But we also have unusual things. And one of my friends and her mother weren't using their fur coats anymore. So she said, "What can you do with these?" I said, "I've got an idea. I have a friend who makes teddy bears out of fur coats. So that's recycled fur coats we're going to have for sale at the auction." I just happen to be holding them right now.
Oh, fantastic. We do a program called Buy a Bear. You buy a teddy bear and we donate them to children's hospitals all over the US. And then we usually give them some type of merchandise from our tour. So that's why they stuck out for me. Sandy, give us a little background on you. Where'd you grow up? Talk a little bit about your family.
I grew up in the South predominantly. My dad was in the Army, and so we lived all over the South, and then lived in Columbia, South Carolina, eventually got to Miami. From there, went back to South Carolina and Georgia, where I lived until we moved here in Sarasota in 1977.
Wow, very good. All right, let's jump into your wine festival and auction. Let's start with the when and the where.
Okay, it's in March 16, Sarasota, Florida. It's a daytime event. Brunch is 11 to 1, and then the auction will be from like 1:15 to 3:30. It's our 34th year, so we're very excited. We survived COVID and every other thing. We've awarded close to $9.5 million to local disadvantaged children's charities.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, 3 questions that help our listener when they come on site. 3 questions. What are they going to see? What are they going to smell? And what are they going to hear? So let's go to number 1. What does it look like?
The event itself?
Yeah.
All righty. Well, part of it, the brunch and the dine around and the wine tasting is outside on beautiful Sarasota Bay under a tent. So that'll go on from 11 to 1 with 15 area restaurants and locations serving their signature dishes. We'll have 15 vintners pouring different wines from all over the world. We have a caviar station and some music. So we'll all have a little fun outside, and then we'll go inside where Christie's of London is sending Charlie Foley over to do our wine auction for us, which will also include trips and jewels and art and a few other fun things.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, now food is always important to our listeners. So let's talk a little bit about what people are going to smell in the air when they are at the wine festival.
All righty. Well, you're going to smell beautiful wines, and as they open the wines and their beautiful bouquet that comes out, and then we'll match it with foods. We'll have every restaurant in town participates in some way or another. We'll have 15 of our premium ones giving their signature dishes. So it could be caviar on bellinis, lox and bagels, even Nancy's barbecue. It could be filet mignon, seafood dishes. Sarasota is known for its stone crab and seafood. So it will just be a whole wonderful day of your senses being awakened.
Perfect, perfect. All right, now, lastly, what are they going to hear? What kind of activities are going on? Is there live music? Is there entertainment? Is there comedians? What do you have going on people are going to hear in the atmosphere? Or is it all background? Is it just chatter and laughter and good times?
It's pretty much background. We have a great guy who will play music outside while we're in the tent. But the main thing there is you're socializing and interacting with the restaurants, finding out how they made that filet mignon, how they made that sauce, what wine would go with it. Go to a vintner, he'll say that would pair perfectly with lox and bagels. So it's a whole experience, just a food and wine experience. And then we'll go inside the tent where the auctioneer will start with item number 1, and we'll run through about 50 lots in 2 hours. Very lively and active. Fun people jumping up and down, waving their bidding paddles, having a good time.
What's the most obscure thing that you've ever auctioned off?
It's some years back. Someone ordered a pizza. I don't know how we actually got our hands onto it, but we did. As they walked into the auction, we sold it for $10,000. And we went to the person it was intended for and got them another pizza. But it was a person who just wanted to make a donation, hadn't spent any money yet that day. And he said, "I want that pizza for $10,000.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It's fun. Cool. It's fun stuff.
Talk about your passion for this.
Well, I'm a volunteer. It's our 34th year. I've been involved 33 years. We have no staff, no offices. We're all a volunteer-based organization. We do this with lots of volunteers who have the same passion for children and disadvantaged children's charities. And we have a grants committee that reads the applications. This year we received about 53. They have to meet certain criteria. They have to have a small endowment. If they have more money than we do, we just don't consider them, put it that way.
Right, right.
So it's all about giving back to the community. And we've been doing this for so many years, and people, I think, have become to respect us and what we're doing and know that we are there for them.
That's very cool. That's very cool. All right. Now, most importantly, how do people find out about this auction?
Okay, details will be on our website beginning the first part of January. So that's www.Florida spelled out winefest spelled out.org.
Very cool. Very cool. Very good. Now, I got a couple of fun questions for you. If you could have, and I'm going to change these a little bit because these are more going to be donation requests and things like that. If you could have one auction item that you've never had before, what would you want on your auction block?
It would be something that you can't go out and buy on the web or in a store. So maybe it's an interesting experience. It could be at someone's private home. They're going to give the dinner. Maybe it will be at a winery and they will bring in a chef, or else we will bring in one of our local chefs to go there, create something that money can't buy. I think we're so used to going just to stores and you buy the stuff. We want something that you readily can't get.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Very good. Very good. Well, thank you so much for being on with us today. I appreciate it greatly.
Thank you so much. Enjoyed it very much. Thank you. Happy holidays, everybody.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle